what you're able to make. So I want you to imagine that you're at a play, or you're at a rehearsal for a play, I should say. Nobody's dressed up, they're just rehearsing. And honestly, it's kind of boring. Like, it's okay, you're watching it, they're running their lines. But then after that, they do the dress rehearsal. And all of a sudden, all the characters come to life. And it's not just about how you're perceived either. There is actually a mindset component to how you dress. There's actually been a study done that shows that if you wear formal dress wear in a work environment, it will increase your productivity and it will actually increase your creativity. So let's talk about how we could impact what we make through what we wear. So we're going to go through some steps. Now, step one is extremely important. And what we need to do is attack your closet. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you need to take out the pieces that are not working for you. So who here, show of hands, has pieces in their closet that don't fit? Who here has pieces in their closet that they don't really like? So those pieces need to come out immediately. Now, I recognize that there's an emotional component to this, but I'll tell you right now, regardless of whether or not you think you can wear them or you like to wear them, the reality is you're not wearing them. So you need to pull them out of your closet. Now, you can either go ahead and sell them or put them into consignment, but if that's too much for you, just go ahead and put them in a bin or put them in a separate closet so you're not looking at them every day. Because there's a mindset thing that goes on in your closet as well. When you're looking at a closet full of clothes that don't fit you, immediately that puts you in a bad state of mind. And secondly, if you're looking at the sea of clothing, it's extremely overwhelming. So before you've even started your day, you're overwhelmed, your day is out of control, and you don't even have pants on yet. Right? So step number two. When I'm working with my clients, I really recommend that you put your closet together via outfits. And it's really going to help your brain, it's going to give it a rest, you're not going to have to think as hard. And what I typically will do is potentially take like a blazer with 2 pairs of pants and 3 shirts that all go together. And whenever possible, we hang them together. And that way you're seeing the outfits immediately when you walk in. The other thing that it helps you do is it allows you when you go shopping to shop for outfits. And this is something that I really specialize in, and it's something I work really hard with my clients, is allowing them the opportunity to purchase clothing in a way that you have outfits versus one-off pieces that you don't know what to do with. Okay, step number 3, fit and tired. So first of all, fit. Fit is everything. If your clothes don't fit you, they're not gonna look good. And you're gonna look cheap, honestly. And if your clothes are too big, then you're gonna look sloppy. And how much more money are you gonna make if you look cheap or sloppy? So when you're shopping for your clothing, it's extremely important that you're looking at fit. Oh, we don't want to go there yet. The other thing that I see with my clients is a lot of people can't buy off the rack. That's normal. We aren't built like the fit model that clothing is designed for. And so it's totally okay to go to a tailor or a seamstress. It can really transform what you're wearing and make it look very expensive, even though you haven't spent a lot. So if you need help with that, that's something that I really work with my clients on. Okay, next step, and this is a big one, is stop hiding. So what I really see from all of my clients, all of them, I dress hundreds of people and it's always the same, is we all have this certain level of body dysmorphia, where we have this perceived flaw that we've exaggerated and made into this big thing, and we think that's what everybody sees about us when we walk through the door. And then when we're getting dressed, we try to hide that flaw. And so in doing that, and I'll give you a specific example, when I'm talking to clients potentially that are in apple shape or they have a tummy, they'll wear something very oversized in an attempt to hide that. But what ends up happening is you're totally out of proportion. And so ultimately, you don't have clothes that look good on you and that fit, and you end up in something like this. Okay, so what I really do suggest to my clients is styling. Styling is a big part of what I do. I help clients see what they can do in their closets, and it's really going to help you look more professional and more put together. So when I'm talking about styling, for women, I recommend a front tuck or a trucker tuck. So a trucker tuck, because it kind of looks like you're putting your hand down your pants like a trucker, but really what it is, it's a 3-finger tuck that you tuck in the front of your shirt. You can add a third piece, which could be a jacket, a necklace, a scarf, and cuffing. So they say if you cuff your pieces, you're going to lose 5 to 10 pounds. So who doesn't want to do that, right? You don't have to work at all for that. And for men, also tucking in. Tucking in your shirt is actually going to look better. And it's going to show that you have a waist. And showing your waist is really important. We all have one, and we expect to see one when we're seeing somebody when they're dressed. Jackets that fit. Ties can be great, even if you want to do something more casual. You can wear a tie, just make it a more fun tie. Have like a great pattern, there's some nice color. And then pocket squares as well. So as you can see here, when we're talking about not hiding versus showing up for yourself, what I really mean is finding things that you really like about yourself. Maybe it's your coloring, maybe it's your eyes, maybe it's the shape of your face, maybe you have a really small waist, and highlighting that as much as possible. And in doing that, you actually will look more professional, and you'll feel more put together. So I wanted to share a couple of testimonials with clients of mine that have worked with me. So Melanie has said that I have my finger on the pulse of what women need to have more confidence in their wardrobe and in their day-to-day lives. I've worked closely with Amanda as we curated a functional wardrobe for my lifestyle, and I can tell you it was a fun and rewarding experience. And also Brenda says Amanda is so dedicated to making her clients feel good about themselves and the clothing they choose. And I share this with you not to toot my own horn, but just to show you how transformational an experience can be in just changing what you wear and how you wear it. Thanks, guys.